Alright, so I've had this idea for a while, and I've wanted to make like a rail car system, and I've tried to do it before, and it didn't really go that well. For a few different reasons, but like the other thing that I wanted to build was a rail car builder, or a railway system builder. That, I guess the first version is just going to be a block on a powered wheel that sits on the starting rail that you build in the direction that you want to go in, and then you throw blocks in the box and it will continue to build in that direction until it falls apart, until it falls into the water or falls into the thing. So I mean, it doesn't have to be high up off the ground. I think glass is the lowest friction block. Well, this is 3. No. 3, 3, 3. 3. High friction. A square mesh block is 2. I don't think I've ever seen that in the game, though. You know, I don't think I've ever seen that in survival. And if I did build it, I would want to build it in survival, so... Now this probably would be a better choice for that. Yeah, I like that better. Of course, right? Now I figured that was going to happen, but that's the point of testing. And I'm pretty sure if I raise that block up by one, either by using a piston or by, it's going to make it so that front end block doesn't hit the right thing every time. Crap. Well, I guess the other thing that I could do is I can make the wheels on the side. That's probably what I should do. I've created a new propulsion system here. Yeah, damn it. Can't say that I would have expected that to happen. Crap. Does that mean I need to move these out by one more block? Is it gonna be the same thing? Yeah, it's the same thing. Oops. It's gonna do the same thing, I know it is. No, see, that's real weird. Is it just the speed that's causing it to bug out? And is that off balance now, or it's shift on the thing? One. No, it is. It isn't right. Oh wait, did this back end shift? I mean, it should be right. 2 and 2, and it should contact that thing. Yeah, I can't say that I would have anticipated that it would have done that. That it would have raised it up. Crap. And apparently it's just enough to where it's not contacting the block. And I mean, like, just barely not enough to contact that block. Man. I mean, maybe if I use the other tires. But I mean, the tires are gonna hit stuff if I do it like that, like. And it's still gonna end up pushing it up too, like. Oh, no. Apparently it's still going a little bit too fast, though. Well, the solution for this is a lot more simple than you would think that it is. I just need a second controller that runs at a different speed than this does. The old concrete counterweight. I mean, the alternative is I hook something up to the bottom. I would need a third controller to control the arm to go down and lock up under the rail in the background, so I could just drop it down every time. I mean, it's either that or I put it off to the side, kind of thing, like... it'd be nice if you could toggle between the builds that you know that you have and the current one that you're editing. be able to know that, like... So I'm gonna take the counterweight off the back here. Crap. Yeah, I need to extend this by 1. No, that works pretty good. Pretty simple solution to make a rail builder. And I do know that if I break this thing off, it's going to cause big problems for the physics engine. Because I've had to delete worlds because of the way that the physics works, and you end up with a rail that just rockets off into space and you can never catch it again. Which was kind of the thing that I was wondering about, is if I made a longer timer, I don't think you can hook a paint gun up to... Like, I don't think that you can hook a paint gun up to a car. And because it's just going to go through... and do whatever blocks. I mean, I guess I could just split it and make it do 128 of one and 128 of another, because apparently the way that the physics engine works is it counts it all as one structure. If it's all the same block. And it apparently doesn't like to calculate large creations, kind of thing. But no, this works great. Like, I'm gonna even delete the other ones. And I know what's gonna happen as soon as I break this thing off. Like, I'm gonna try to break it and then catch it with the lift. Oh no, I got lucky. Delete this. You know, I could even add, you know, wheels on the outside that are hooked up to an engine to drive it around. I mean, there's not really anything stopping me from doing so other than I kind of don't feel like it. And I just now realized that I was gonna say you can't like put 3 of these things next to each other and get 3 even blocks. But you can if you take and you put the blocks on the outside and you have these facing here and have them offset on a different timing, just to where they they hit just after they get triggered by a second sensor that's like, you know, here or one block off, so that it hits one and then right afterward it hits the next one. So that you can make a 3-block wide rail system. But the reason that I wanted the 1-block rail system, and the reason that I wanted to build it with something that would be easily rebuilt in survival mode, was like, if you have a world that has a lot of water in it like mine did, building something like this and just throwing blocks in it and let it, you know, do what it has to do, and being in survival mode, you can just run down the rail and run across the water, for one, and for two, you can just run down the rail and hit it with paint and break up the creation, because a painted block is not the same block as, you know, the same block. So my plan was, just like I do in Satisfactory, which I haven't played that in quite a while. Be kind of interested to maybe finish it, but knowing my luck, they probably added an update and changed some stuff. But in Satisfactory, like, if there's a resource over there and my base is over here, I'll just build a road that goes in the sky in a straight direction, like in a straight line, from wherever the resource is, and then, you know, get to the point where I can hit a right angle and then, you know, turn 90 degrees and go directly to where I want to drop the resource into the base. The whole real world application of that, like, you know, if you look at it like realism, that's, you have a floating like sky road. It's just totally unreal. Like, I mean, that's totally just, you know, but not that that really matters so much. But the other thing I could do, well, as far as scrap mechanic goes, so you build one of these roads next to the beginning of a lake or an ocean, and you just want to have a straight shot with no robots, and like build a rail system that goes between points, like if you wanted to go get oil kind of thing. I mean, and it just occurred to me that you could probably make an automated system that would go fill up with the oil and then come back with the rail system when it was done. I mean, but you kind of don't need that. Like, that would be super, super overkill compared to like just going down and filling up a box with oil and making gas out of it. But it'd be one of those things that you just build it to see if you could build it. And it, you know, there's like a bunch of other more practical ways to go about implementing whatever the goal is for the machine. But what I'm thinking is, if I take this and take all of the other stuff off of it and just hook an engine up to these two things, once you have the rail built, you can just get in the car and either go back and forth at like a high rate of speed. But chances are, the thing that's going to happen is the flex that's in this and the flex that's in the pistons is this grabber arm here that locks onto the rail. It's probably going to bug out, and like it's probably going to start jumping around and everything to where you probably can't go fast along the rail. And I mean, I'm kind of tempted to test it, because I mean, I don't really have, there's not much point in me building it if I'm not going to test it. Like if you look at the variance that's happening, like you say I was jumping in the back, would be the easier way to say that. Like if you add some speed to that, it's just gonna break it. It's just gonna clip through itself and like end up hung up on the rail. You know, it kind of seems like, yep. Kind of seems like this is not spitting out blocks fast enough. Is it bugged now? The freaking controllers, man. Well, this way, so long as it places blocks faster than it moves forward, it can never fall off. And looking at it, how it's shaking, like having the pistons and the arm that is much longer than the rail itself, like but again, that's the whole point of testing, is that it seems to be working. And then it like goes full, like it looks like it's about to explode. And right as I say it too, right? And yeah, I think it's because of the 1,000 blocks or so. Let me see how many blocks are left in here. Yep. Wow, that really did help it. Like, I can run along it now, and it's not, Nope, that works. Cool. The other thing that I'm pretty sure that I could do is, like, if I spaced it out, so, like, you know, then I wouldn't have to run back through, like, if I did 256 and then did, like, or even 128 and then a scrap block of wood and, like, 128 and a scrap block of wood, it should build that pattern of it. Because I think what was happening is the reason that it was jumping was not because of anything to do with this, but the physics engine was adding, like, decimals worth of momentum to this structure, and it kind of, like, builds up exponentially to the point where what should be a stationary object ends up acting as if it's a non-stationary object. Like, we can't see it moving, but the physics engine is trying to account for the movement that we can't see, kind of thing. I just weld that to that. I think I may have. Oh yeah, I did. Crap. I wasn't sure if that was gonna work or not. I guess that clears the paint. I've never used a paint tool before. How do you even use a paint tool? So that's a reload button. No, I'm real pleased with this. Like, No, that works really well. Now, as far as trying to build a car that drives on the thing, I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, because this thing barely stays on the rail, even as going as slowly as it's going already. And then it's like, well, if that's the case, it kind of, what is the point of even building this thing? If you can't get a car, a rail car that works, then why would you even bother? But yeah, it works. I'm happy with it. But I do think I'm calling it a video here, calling it a stream here. And the reason why is I know that if I try to make that car work, it's going to turn into like a 6-hour video. And I kind of got some stuff to do, so thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. I'm clicking the button right now.